Busby Berkeley was a film director in the 40s who did lots of big show pieces.
Oh, we're talking about Bubsy Berkeley?
Yeah.
Bubsy Berkeley is a different guy.
Yeah.
That's not
his
Bubsy
cat.
4D.
Didn't he kill that lady with that beer bottle?
I'm going to have to ask what that's a reference to.
Oh, that's a Fatty Arbuckle thing.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, who didn't do that, but has a reputation for having done that. He was acquitted, but it still ruined his reputation forever. It's kind of a sad story.
Sorry, Fatty.
Sorry, Fatty.
Sorry for many things in your life, Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah, he was okay with being called Fatty. He made his money being called Fatty. That was not the thing that upset him. The sexual assault and murder allegations that he did not do, that was more upsetting to him.
Brandon, there's something different about your face today that makes you younger again than you are, and I don't know what it is. I think it might be your hair.
It's the ritual. He does it every 10 years, and he's fresh off it.
I think it's honestly how recently I've shaved. I don't shave that frequently. I think that's probably what it is.
But you don't to me, in my memory, you don't have a noticeable beard?
I always have stubble because I shave like once every 4 days or something like that.
That might be it. But you've got the little shonen bangs going on. Like you're very 1950s sharks looking right now, especially with the
very
jacket.
Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is what he looked like. You're like free pizza at an anime convention. She can smell you, and she wants to consume you. This is episode 439. Are you out of your mind? Of Insert Credit, a show where I ask a panel of certified video game experts the questions on my mind, as often predicated by a radical buzzer. I'm Alex Jaffe, and my most frivolous piece of furniture is a tiny table that I have dedicated specifically to my ice bullet maker.
Wow. My name is Frank Cifaldi, and my most frivolous piece of furniture at the foundation, we'll start there, is a rolling cart that is dedicated to a machine that chops paper. It's just its own thing that rolls around and chops spines off of magazines so that we can scan them.
Bring me the chopper.
It is from a company called Vivor, which turns out makes a lot of fairly affordable versions of expensive industrial things. My most frivolous piece of furniture at home, it's a chair that Amanda and I walked by a furniture place, and this has never happened. We both did a double take at a chair. And it was just I guess we have to buy that because we just did that. This has never happened before.
Lower your shades at the chair, 80s style. Whoa.
It's a cool chair. I'll try to find the catalog picture of it for the show notes. No promises, but I'll try. And
please say yes, Frank. Please show us the chair.
It's a nice chair. It's made of I don't know, some nice wood. It's got a kind of a rainbow color pattern, seems kind of handmade or something like handmade. And it sits in a place where I sometimes sit on it, but it's more like a statue or something in its functionality, and that it's just something that exists that we look at and go, more than we actually utilize the thing.
Pretty good answers.
I'm sorry, the demons got the better of me. I'm Ash Parrish, and my most frivolous piece of furniture is my husband.
Whoa!
No respect.
I had my internal Calci bet going on a chair at the foot of the bed, but that is the second best answer.
I'm Brandon Sheffield. I was trying to think of what my most frivolous piece of furniture is, and I was trying to make it not one of my many shelves for holding media. And I found a solution, which is we have a storage love seat type thing that I purchased at my last place, and I filled it full of stuff. And then we brought it here to this place. I emptied it of all the stuff so that
Before
we could get
after?
rid of it. What?
Did you move it with the stuff or not?
Moved it with the stuff, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Emptied it after so that we could get rid of it. But the dogs like it. And so it is a love seat that is sitting next to a couch for the dogs to be on. It kind of blocks the refrigerator a little bit. If you come into my house and you look at it, you'd be like, why is that there? And then the answer is because the dogs like it and it's covered in dog toys. So that's probably the one.
Here's my first question, something I've been thinking about recently. Usually when you encounter a popular game that is a bad game, you're able to tell why people like it, even though you may not like it yourself. When is that not the case, though? When has the appeal of a popular or otherwise well-liked video game eluded you? I'll say, for example, I do not understand Tomodachi Life.
Well, that happens a lot.
Objectively, you don't understand that?
I don't understand what makes it fun.
You don't understand that Mad Libs can be fun?
I guess,
Yeah.
No, that is the phrase that came to mind.
It's like Sims Mad Libs, and it has a robust character creator, so you can just do all kinds, and it has like no profanity filter, so there's like a lot of shit in there that you can get away with that make for very funny shareable clips.
You can make Hank Hill and Bochi from
Bochi the Rock.
From Bochi the Rock be friends, and it's very
I guess,
silly.
by slotting them into one of 8 pre-programmed scenarios. It feels a little Cards Against Humanity to me.
Yeah, well, you know what? People like that too.
That is true.
Like that
People
game
do
a
like
lot.
that.
People that you know the name of that because of how popular it is.
That's true.
I don't want to sound like a big jerk, but I consider myself a relatively intelligent person, and I can usually figure out why people like something. But I am sometimes surprised. Perhaps more often I'm surprised when people don't like something than when they do. Like that Dungeons and Dragons movie that came out.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was a funny movie. It had a big adventure. You know, it was like a little memey, but not too much. People made funny gifs of it afterward, but it was a total flop. Critics hated it. Audiences didn't go see it.
Really?
Yeah, and it had like a huge promotion. What was the deal? What did they want? I just don't. And then like a Marvel movie will do a lot of the same stuff, but bigger budget and worse, and people will eat it up. And I just that kind of stuff. That's where I don't get it when it's like they'll reject one thing in favor of another thing. They're very similar. They didn't come out at the same time. Why didn't you like this one? I don't get that.
That is baffling, yeah.
That's where I lose it. But with a video game, I can usually find the path to where it slots into somebody's life, has some sort of a little quirk that's engaging to people, or is based on something popular, or some popular YouTuber talked about it and said some funny things, and now it's Morbin time in the video game or something. I don't know. But yeah, when people don't like something that is of comparable quality to things they do like, that's when I get confused.
Just feels like bad PR.
I think the only game recently that people like a lot that I just do not get is that Crimson Desert game, because all I see that just looks like, it's not busy work in a fun way, because MMOs, and I know it's not an MMO, that single player one, like it's a lot of busy work that people, sometimes you just like being on the hamster wheel, and I get that. But the thing with Crimson Desert that I don't get is that like that's busy work with no soul. At least, WoW is colorful, and I guess WoW and Final Fantasy 14 like have a lot of, they've been around for a long time, so you've got your people that you've already got. But Crimson Desert, I don't know. That one I don't see it. But you like what you like and have fun.
Part of what I understood to be the push behind that one post-release was some kind of there was like an anti-woke sentiment going around regarding it.
That's usually not enough to catapult something into like,
No, but I don't know that it was catapulted, but it got it into the conversation sphere because people were trying to force it into the conversation sphere. That was my interpretation of what was going on with that, but I don't know for sure. There's a lot of busy work games out there that it's like confusing to me, but I can basically understand.
Yeah.
I can understand that people like all the Shenmue games. Those games are weird and bad, but I think it's really neat that they exist, and it's cool that people like them, like just walking back and forth with a bobbling stack of books trying to do your little jobs, like that's annoying. It's really annoying.
I feel like
to
that's
do that.
not materially
cool.
different from Yakuza, but at least with Yakuza, the protagonist has a bit of sauce. Everything I've seen of Shenmue, that protagonist is dripless.
It's
complete
extremely
sauceless.
different. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah,
So in
it's quite different.
Shenmue, like you have to do intentionally boring minigame, like for the main path of the game. You have to.
Yeah.
Constantly. And Yakuza, the minute to minute have to is like hidden guys. Like that's
Yeah.
a very
Yeah, there are
different
two
experience.
games in any Yakuza.
Okay.
And the one that wins is the one you feed.
So I mean,
It's true.
I have plenty of examples of like this doesn't work for me. I'm confused by why people like it, but I understand. I don't have an explicit answer to this question where it's like I don't understand. But the closest I get is I'm not going to say the Switch Zelda games as a whole. I get why people like them as a whole. I don't get why they're not extremely. I don't understand why people find the exploration part intriguing, because to me it's just very empty. And I've played a lot of games where maps aren't empty and interesting stuff happens, and this is one where neither of those things are true, and you just kind of it just feels very empty to me, and that's one where I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know why that criticism
I could explain that one, but okay, never mind.
Too bad.
You want to spend a credit?
No.
Okay.
Not on that.
I want to talk more about that too, but I also don't want to spend credit.
Okay. Look at these cheapskates around here. You
Sorry.
got
We're
the
kinda running
credits
low.
to spend.
I'm running low.
You're not running that low. You got plenty.
Well, where are we at right now?
You got
Javi?
two.
Javi?
Okay. Brandon has 9.
Mhm.
Ash has 5, and Frank has 5.
I thought I had more than that.
Okay.
That's okay,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to spend a credit on that. It's too late now. We've
Too
gone
late now.
past.
Can I just get a gotcha just right now? Just give me
Yeah,
a
let's get a gotcha. Okay, here we go. Let me spin it. Hold on.
All right.
Your topics are Sega, Taito, or Toys to Life.
Oh man, that is such a better choice than I've ever gotten.
No whammy, no whammy. Stop, Taito.
You get the Ninja Kids from the Ninja Kids.
Yes.
They're yours to
You
keep.
got 3 kids?
Heck
Yeah, you got
yeah.
3 kids.
Dang.
I got 3 kids.
That's nice. Okay, I want to do one. Mine's going to be terrible. Let's
Okay, here we go. Your choices are FMV, MOBA, and survival horror.
Oh, well, I'm going to do survival horror. Yeah.
Oh,
I got
thought you were
close
gonna
to
do
doing
FMV.
FMV.
Okay.
I knew it was close, but what if I want to win?
I'm sorry
Okay.
I got the Japanese stuff and you didn't, but
Survival horror.
Well, you've got Raz Carsey from the video game Overblood. That's yours to keep.
Okay, well, I have to. I can't be left
Rascarsi.
out. I
Yeah.
have to do one too.
Raz Carsey from Overblood. I'm looking up Raz Carsey right now.
Your choices are Ash Parish. You've got Epic, Chaos, and Sewers.
Ooh, I gotta go with chaos.
You get Discord, the spirit of chaos from My Little Pony. Friendship is magic. That's yours
You know
to
what?
keep.
I'm happy with that. I like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Spirit of Chaos. That
yeah, he's a big
rules.
dragon.
Wow.
I like that.
Yeah,
jealous.
that's a powerful Violence Island guy. Credits well spent all around.
Yeah, Raz Carsey is at least a protagonist. I've never played Overblood, though. Has
That's a
anyone
great
played
name.
Overblood?
No.
Overblood.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll have to put those in your banks. It's time for us to go on to our next question.
Okay.
Question number 2 of our show, I believe. It's been just over 20 years since the gamer score system was made and made achievements an industry standard. What kind of effect have they had on video games?
Deleterious. Dela-fucking-terious. Not gamer score per se, but
Chivos.
no, not Chivos, sorry. But gamer score, like not gamer score. Did you say like ratings? The or did you mean gamer score?
He
Gamer
meant
score-
like Chivos.
It's like
As
your
in
total.
like the Chivos for Xbox 360 that became
Oh, I thought
industry
you
standard.
meant like ranking video games on a scale of like 1 to whatever.
well,
No,
I
no,
still
no.
go with
It's been way longer
Deleterious
than 20.
as the
That's
answer.
way
because
older.
I don't think it's that deleterious. I don't know, it's really silly. Like I think it's really silly that a guy or some person will buy like some bullshit ass Xbox 360 game, just because it has like easy achievements so they can pump up their gamer score. Like that's like nothing but eating like rice crackers to me. Like there's no nourishment there. Like I think that's dumb. But I think we've gotten away from that.
Can I redo the first question and say this is one I don't get anymore? I got it in the first like 3 years of the Xbox
Yeah.
360. It was kind of fun. I never participated, but I worked with people who would like come in and like trash talk each other and like compete with each other on Gamerscore. And I was like, that's kind of neat. There's kind of a neat way of offline competing with your coworkers with video games. It's like fantasy football or something. I thought it was kind of fun. But it's been 20 years and these numbers are meaningless now. I don't get it.
Do any of you know what the max possible gamer score is?
No,
at
do
the
you?
current time? No, I don't. I'm just curious. So I feel like it's like, are we over 1 million at this point? I feel like probably.
Is that even still a thing? Do people even talk about their gamer score now? They'll talk about platinum trophies and getting certain achievements. They do?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
I guess the people that I talk to about gaming online, like that has just been completely phased out of our vocabulary. That's like
I talk to 12-year-olds, so I see it all the time.
World Gamer Score, the World Gamer Score lead is held by an individual named Siegfried X, who has 8,456,960 gamer score.
Yeah, see, there we go.
And I bet he only did that just so he could say, yeah, I have the highest gamer score.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Do you think this person could tell me anything about the games along the way? Like maybe some of the big ones, but like the little things that he played, were they fun? Did you enjoy them? Or did you just do that to tick a box?
To be the world leader, I don't think you ever let the game wash over you. I think you follow guides. I think you're just following directions for your entire life to get the maximum score. There's no other way to do it.
There is one other way, which is what I used to hear about from older folks in the game industry is get your nephew to do it or pay somebody else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Play the games on your account and then your score just goes up. That's
though, it's.
I mean, I'm not saying that's fun, obviously.
Of course, but even then, it's like to get that high. It's I don't know. It doesn't matter. But you're paying your nephew to follow instructions, not actually play.
Oh, for sure.
There's no joy.
No one's having joy. I'm just saying that it might be even worse than them following a guide themselves. It might be them wanting the points to the exclusion of all else, to where they don't even play the games at all.
How many credits does it cost to invite Siegfried X to be a guest on the show?
I'll reach out to him right now. That's free.
I'm sure it'll be riveting.
Okay. Fair enough. I won't. I could invite the second highest scoring guy, Riffai, who retired after getting the highest gamer score. It's like, I don't have to do this anymore because I got number one.
Nice.
No.
I think that's more respectable.
I don't want to talk to anyone with a sub like 500,000, let alone 8 million. So.
You mean higher than 500,000?
Higher than 5.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to gamers. How about that?
You're in the right place.
So I with the gamer score stuff, I got relatively early for me, though I know it had happened to others earlier. Early example of really thinking about how I don't own even the smallest portion of my data, because I got a bunch of achievements on a friend's Xbox while I was signed into my account, and I saw them be registered, and then I returned home and they disappeared. They were no longer there. They were taken away, and there was no recourse. And it made me think about the incredible folly of even trying to get those.
You wept. You mourned for your lost gamer score.
And I also mourned for the fact that I mourned for those points. Like, why should I care? But since I had them and they got taken away, it made me mad and it made me care more, which was annoying. So I got a whole swirly cyclone of feelings about that.
What was the game?
I think it was Left 4 Dead 2. I wound up getting those achievements again anyway.
Okay. I like achievements, but I don't like gamer score. Like, I like getting a little reward for doing, especially if it's like something hard or difficult.
Yeah,
like not something easy. Like, I hate the achievements where it's like, you completed chapter 1. No, fuck you. That's dumb. Right. But like, if you, I don't know, beat something on like the highest difficulty or whatever, like that's fun.
What I think achievements are fun. What I will say is detrimental is the fact that every video game needs to have them.
Yeah, they're required.
Yeah.
You can't release your game on Xbox or PlayStation without having trophies or achievements.
Yeah.
Now I understand why.
Try putting those in an emulation collection when you don't have control over the games. And it's really difficult to read things happening in the games themselves. So your achievement has to be like, you opened the game, you played this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you've said that, I understand why those, get an achievement for completing chapter 1 exists, because that's somebody like, fuck, I don't want to do this.
Correct.
This is dumb, but I have to do this.
Right. Yeah.
That just makes me hate them more.
Some people really don't want to engage with that, and the only way to not engage with it is to not release your game on those platforms.
Speaking of implementing things in a video game out of spite, let's talk about that MindsEye DLC that just came out.
No.
Okay. No? Yeah, I agree with no. Let's skip this one.
Great.
I think I don't know. I haven't played
Can
it, but I
anybody
want to
have
talk
an
about it a little
informed
bit.
Opinion about it? Because I
Well,
don't.
I have some.
Sucks, right?
The only thing I have to say, it's like whatever that version of hilarious that is not hilarious is, that this DLC is the CEO's brain worms project, and that he forced all the people that remain on his team after firing most of them to work on, where the DLC is meant to be a commentary on how the game was sabotaged by forces from outside and inside to not be successful. And this DLC is supposedly like complaining about that, or a story about that. And I have to say, the petty nonsense of it, if it's free, I'm going to check it out. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And there's so much hubris in it. And this guy is talking like after you play this DLC, you're going to understand why I was so upset or whatever.
Ashamed of your words and deeds.
Yeah, exactly. And that's never going to happen. And all the people working on it were like, oh my God, we have to do this. Like, we have to, we have to put this guy's insane vision out into the world. I guess we need jobs. I just need to see what that looks like.
It reminds me of Tommy Wiseau. Like, I feel like The Room, the movie, is just like, now people will understand that I was wronged.
Yeah.
Because they'll watch this movie
that doesn't
and be
ever
like,
happen.
oh, man.
That doesn't ever happen.
Of course not.
And there's so many examples of people doing exactly that, and then that not happening, and then we just, oh man, hubris is a bitch.
So I guess I should just say, in case people didn't pick up on it from what I was saying, and you don't know about this game, MindsEye, it's from a former GTA producer who got a lot of money and put this game together. Then it came out and it was super lambasted by everyone, because it had a lot of bugs, had a lot of problems. And the CEO had never experienced failure because he had been lucky enough to be working on Rockstar
GTA,
games.
Yeah.
So when the game didn't do well and when people didn't critically receive it well, he was like, this is a conspiracy. It can't be me. It couldn't be my vision. It's got to be everyone else. I think I said this on the show before, but he wound up putting monitoring software without telling his employees on their machines to stop the leaks that were causing the game to not be successful, because clearly information was being shared with a cabal of YouTubers that were conspiring to make the game unpopular. It's nuts. And this DLC is meant to address that.
How could an open world video game fail?
Who knows, man?
It's never happened.
I mean, has there ever been a piece of art that changed your mind about a previous piece of art?
Not in a video game context, that's for sure.
I mean,
no, he said art.
I would say I would say yes. I think it's happened a few times, but it's more in the way that I had not considered the prior art as art. And then the new thing made me so. Something I forget if I've said this on the show before, but one piece of media that really affected my thinking in college was an experimental film called "The Rise and Fall of Communism as Seen Through Gay Porn," and it is an assessment of some pieces of gay pornography just after the fall of the Soviet Union, where there are like interviews with these young men about why are they doing this, and they're like, oh well, for money, and the interview is like, oh, that's a great reason. And it was British producers going to Russia to find vulnerable people to do this pornography with, and then like one of the moments was showing that they had like communist manual on the table, but then like the new police uniform from the post-communist, currently capitalist Russia hanging on the wall, and the juxtaposition of these things along with the interviews, it just made me feel like there was actually accidental commentary going on in the art of the pornographic films as well, in the setups and everything. So that was one thing that made me. It wasn't that it changed my mind about it. It was that I hadn't considered it as art before. I was like 20 or whatever, and then afterward, I did consider it that way. Something like that.
Something. Tear down this wall. All right. Give me your dream video game blunt rotation. And by that, I mean 3 items you would want to be able to cycle through as blunt weapons in a video game.
That's nice.
Alrighty.
Off the rip, the Final Fantasy VII nail bat.
Okay.
That's stabby.
I immediately thought of a mace, which is almost the same thing.
That's also stabby.
No.
Are these blunt?
That's blunt.
A mace
I
isn't
think that
stabby.
counts as a bludgeoning weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
How's a mace not stabby?
Mace
A mace is not stabby. Like,
They could be blunt spikes.
Maces do not have spikes necessarily.
I mean, not necessarily, no, but even if they did, that is still a blunt weapon.
Okay,
Like, we
but a
can
spike
get Travis
bat is
in here.
stabby. Type.
No, because that's the same thing as a
It's
mace.
slashy. I
Mm-mm.
wouldn't say it's stabby. You
At
can't
most,
stab
it's
someone
piercing.
with a bat.
At
Mhm.
most, it's
Piercing
piercing.
is stabbing.
Let me ask you
No.
this. Is an ice cream sandwich ice cream or cookies? You got to go with what the main thing of it is.
It's ice cream. So a
Right.
Yeah,
nail
it's ice
bat
cream.
is a damn blunt weapon. Nail bat.
I don't think a blunt weapon should puncture. I don't agree.
I see where Frank is coming from.
I do too, but he's wrong.
I think puncturing is acceptable as a side effect if the main thing is the blunt force.
Thank you.
The puncture should just be annoying, though. Not.
But I do think that
getting hit by a nail bat.
do think
the
with a
puncture
nail
will be
bat,
annoying.
though-
Yeah.
You're still gonna break your fucking arm, though.
Nail bat, you could like die from bleeding.
Yeah,
Or,
so
like,
I-
hit
No,
an
you're more
organ or
likely to
something.
die of tetanus.
No, I think the different thing with a nail bat is that you aren't dying from blunt force trauma. You're dying
Right.
from a nail
Hmm.
in your head.
Yeah.
I think that's where
That
I
is
That's
piercing.
exactly my
agree
thing.
with Frank. Because if you get bonked in the head with a nail bat, it's going to be the nails that killed you, not the bat.
Not the bat.
It will not be blunt force trauma. It will be a
It'll be
stab
blunt
wound.
force trauma. It's blunt force trauma.
It's also not stabbing.
Well,
but
blunt force trauma exists, but is not the cause of death.
I disagree.
You disagree
getting hit
with
really
my
hard
with my
with a nail.
diagnosis of this body?
who's the doctor here?
None of you.
Ah, geez, yeah.
Anyway, so we've already failed.
Yeah, but
I would love to see the forum comments about whether or not a nail bat counts.
Yeah,
Counts as a
sound off
blunt
on
weapon.
forums.insertcredit.com. Is a nail bat a blunt weapon?
And you know,
I think
I'm fucking right.
I think another way of thinking about it is that a regular nailless bat is much more of a blunt weapon than a
You're
Certainly.
absolutely right.
Certainly.
But
Okay.
nail bat. I mean, we're talking about video game blunt weapons. That's what I want. I want a nail bat.
Okay.
All right,
I don't know if
Frank,
it's a blunt weapon.
you're out here saying what isn't a blunt video game weapon. Give me an example of a good one.
regular baseball bat.
What, like from Earthbound?
or from RBI Baseball 3? I don't know. Why does that have to be
Sure.
Earthbound?
Bent pipe with a little hook on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pipe's
that's-
good.
That's a good one.
Pipe has got to be in there. It's got to
Yeah.
be in there.
I'm good with pipe. Pipe's always good.
Yeah.
Wrench is good too.
Wrench
I like
is
Wrench is
Good.
good.
Wrench is good.
Then I guess we got to go old school. We got to get the crowbar in there.
All right.
Mhm.
Crowbar.
Well, I mean, we're over count, but like it's okay to just throw. You know,
Yeah,
there's,
we
Oh, I
might
thought
throw
each
it.
of us was doing.
there's
like
no wrong
3.
ideas here.
yeah,
you
we
know?
could each do 3. Yeah, we could each do
Yeah.
3.
I feel like having the pipe and the crowbar is overkill. We got to do one or
Yeah.
the other.
I disagree because the pipe and the crowbar are both seminal blunt weapons in video games.
What does the pipe do that the crowbar can't?
I just think what they represent versus
Oh,
the
it's
method of
aesthetic.
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a crowbar is in an FPS. A pipe is in a survival horror game. So
Correct.
you got to be prepared
That's true.
for
You got
different
to be prepared for
scenarios.
the.
It's like
you gotta-
different strains of weed here.
You got to dress
like,
for the occasion, right?
That's
Yeah,
right.
they're both sativa, but they're going to act in different ways.
Mhm.
Based on an obscure Sega series that Brandon and I like, I'm going to add motorcycle as a blunt weapon.
I've heard of this one. It's called Yakuza.
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say Yakuza because you can pick
Yeah.
up a fucking.
Yes, that is what I mean.
Giant
Yeah.
traffic cone.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good blunt weapons.
I do like the giant traffic cone, but it shatters immediately. It's a
also,
little disappointing.
I feel like that wouldn't hurt so much because those are plastic and they bend.
Yeah, they wouldn't hurt very much. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. That's
Sandwich board.
That's why it's motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle is probably the best. I need one more.
Do we all need one more?
I have one. This is gonna be for the Dragon Age girlies.
A knife, right?
No, there's a
the
weapon.
greatest of all blunt weapons.
There's a weapon in Dragon Age Inquisition, and I think it's throughout all the Dragon Ages, but I know it's a Dragon Age Inquisition where it's a wheel of cheese. And it's like a wheel of cheese at the end of a knife, and you hit people with the wheel of cheese.
I knew it was
and
a
it's like
knife.
One of those
It was a knife.
No, you hit the blunt instrument is the giant wheel of cheese.
Yeah, but it's on a knife.
Just saying.
No,
Yeah, but you're not stabbing anybody.
I'm okay
You're hitting
with
them
this.
with the cheese.
No, I'm okay with it too.
Have you seen one of those things?
I'm
They're
just proud that I
huge.
predicted it.
So cheese on a knife is blunt, but
Correct. And bat on a nail would also be blunt.
but it's a nail on a bat.
Right. Okay, my final one
I'm gonna look up
is
that
a
weapon.
fire extinguisher.
Ooh, that's good.
And I
pretty
think
good.
there's
Also
sort of
from
a
Yakuza.
secondary thing that happens when you hit people enough with the fire extinguisher. I think that it should go off and like fly out of your hands.
Yeah,
and
start
hit
spinning
people.
around.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on. I'm incorrect.
Yeah.
That is a weapon in Dragon Age, but actually it functions as a shield. But there's another like gag
You can use it
weapon
however
that they
you want,
have
though.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But there's another gag weapon in this game that's like maybe it's a baguette. I'm not sure.
For me, I'm going to go with the pillar from Undercover Cops, the arcade game from IRM. You just pick up a huge pillar like a Roman column looking thing, and then you just swing that thing around, and it keeps getting smaller as you slam it into dudes. It's just a really fun, stupid weapon. I love that thing. It's ridiculous, and hopefully Esper will be able to show some Undercover Cops footage. Don't use the Super Nintendo one. Use the arcade one. They had to make an animation for people to swing around a huge pillar one handed. That's the IRM we know and love.
Let's take a quick break while Ash figures out what the gag blunt weapon in Dragon Age Origins
Spoon
was.
of the Spoon. It's a giant two-handed spoon that functions as a maul. Yeah.
Okay, we got it.
There we go.
You know what? Let's take a break anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
We'll be right back. Squadala!
I'm going to ask my husband if a nail bat is a blunt weapon.
Please do. Get him on mic.
No, I'm just sending him a message.
Yeah, to your favorite furniture. Time to go to the question hole. Oh, by the way, we're back on insert credit. And now it's time to go to the question hole. This is the part of every show where I take a question submitted to us at patreon.com/insertcredit, where for mere dollars a month, you get access to the form that lets you submit questions. You get monthly bonus episodes and other fun and interesting surprises, like our new Violence Island special that just went up. This week's question comes from Isaac, who asks, what makes a good sick game?
Game for when you're sick.
Yes.
Distracting.
But simple.
Simple. Engrossing, I think.
I also go back to familiar. You know, I think when I'm sick, I don't want to learn something new. I just want to chill.
Puzzles are right out.
I kind of want to go on an adventure myself.
No, I think puzzle games are the best.
Yeah. Depends on the kind of puzzle.
Yeah, I'm playing Titanium Court right now. I feel like that would qualify as a good sick game because it is puzzly, but it's not too difficult or labor intensive. Yeah.
It also doesn't just like slap you in the face if you do bad. You know, at least from the demo. I haven't played the full thing.
It's-
but-
yeah,
You know,
it is
I'd play like Bejeweled or Puzzle Quest or any of those things where, well, especially Puzzle Quest is a good one because it's like you don't have to really learn anything, but they added a mechanic on top of there that will engage you and make you feel like you're making progress, even though your brain is mush and soup. So you can still you just be playing Bejeweled, but you're leveling up and you're equipping items but it's like really simple.
But like platformer puzzles are right out. So like Talos Principle or like Portal, no, absolutely not. Not for when you're sick.
I think RPGs are really good for when you're sick.
I agree.
RPGs
Grinding,
and also open world
grinding
things.
is good for when you're sick.
Grinding,
Oh,
exploring.
fuck off.
Yeah, he said no.
What?
You said
Oh.
piercing because of the nail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought she was mad about grinding as
No.
comfort.
No.
I was like, what? Judgy over here. Yeah, I really like grinding in familiar RPGs. Actually, it doesn't have to be one I've played before. Like familiar can be, it's just one of these.
Yeah, you could play
just-
another Dragon Quest or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
In fact, that might be my favorite as we're talking it through. Just like straight up JRPG.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
walking around grinding.
Yeah.
When I was sick as a kid, my favorite thing to do in video games would be to go up and down the same ladder over and over again.
What?
Metal Gear Solid 3ing it?
Yeah, fully MGS3ing it. Any game with a ladder.
Are
What
you
did-
for real?
They
Like
played
that was
Donkey Kong?
comforting? That was comforting.
Yeah, that was
to you?
comforting.
But what games would allow you to do that? Other than,
I would do it in Ocarina of Time or a Majora's Mask. Any like 3D game with a ladder in it. I just go up
Can you
and
break
down.
this down for us? Like what's comforting about it? Because to me that just sounds like tedious.
For some reason, that was all I could handle, and that was good enough for me.
Huh.
Okay, so you're like so sick
Yeah,
that you can't do much,
right.
but you feel some sense of momentum or accomplishment or something because you're
Yeah.
able to. Okay, and there's just
Thinking
no stakes and
Right.
Okay. I'm getting
Some
it.
pretty tall ladders in near.
a good chicken soup game would be any of the Zeldas. Not like
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, but anything before that.
I think Breath of the Wild would be fine for me because there's just a lot of
I
walking
feel
around.
like that one's a bit too empty to be engaging, and that would just be boring. But like Skyward Sword or something, I feel like that would be really good. Like enough kinetic movement, but not something that's too crazy.
I think the empty space is something that some people like about those games because you're riding around on your horse or there's like a rustling wind and stuff, and it makes you feel like you're going on a hike without going on a hike a little bit.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but I don't think I would want to do that while sick.
I don't feel like Zelda would work for me because I'm trying to avoid frustration.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you're talking about even just older Zelda games. I mean, it can be very punishing to die like deep into a dungeon and have to start over. But I mean, JRPGs can do the same thing. So I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Other than when I die in a JRPG, it's like, well, I was still leveling up and stuff. So there's
Right.
still progress.
One thing I hate when I'm sick, especially when I'm like stuffed up, is playing or even watching anything with acting or voice acting, because the fact that they can talk normally and I can't makes me so
Whoa.
angry.
Wow. Hubris. Not
Yeah.
hubris. Avarice.
Avarice, yes.
I have to just share this. I'm imagining a young Alex Jaffe, a sick one, being introduced to the board game Chutes and Ladders. And just like
this changes everything.
I like
Oh,
a
boy.
good bump slash game where I only need to use one hand, as well. So I can be like super lazy about it. I'm just running into enemies, bonking them, collecting stuff. That's a good one for grinding. So those early East games.
For the Frog, the Bell Tolls would be a good one when you're sick because it's just doing things in the order that it wants you to do.
Yeah, okay.
It's bumpy.
I still haven't played it. I should play it.
I think you'd like it.
Yep, I think that's
I
probably
think
true.
you like weird Nintendo. I don't know if you know that yet.
We'll find out someday.
I mean, you could spend some credits to make us all play Frog Bell Tolls. You got 4.
It's not a bad idea.
Is this a game that's readily available on?
No, but it's a Game Boy ROM. Come on.
God damn it! God damn it!
It's
No,
gonna
we're not
be
doing this
easy.
shit again.
It will be
really
easier
easy.
to play than Cookies Bustle. I promise you that.
That's up to Frank.
Is it? I don't know. Like I'm not gonna make you upset by making you play a Game Boy game. I'm not doing this right now, so it doesn't
Okay.
matter, but keeping it. I think it actually does follow the games we've been doing. I think it
Yeah.
actually fits.
It's in that genre
Only if you
of weird games
promise
for
me
freaks.
that it does not require more than
It's just
one
a ROM.
download.
Yeah. Well,
Well, as long as you know how to like use an emulator, does that count?
And
as a separate-
sometimes that don't even work that well for me, depending on the emulator.
don't you have a piece of furniture for that?
Nice.
I do.
I've never done this before, but I'm going to throw this to Esper. Esper, do we have time for one question or 2 questions?
You have time for as many questions as you want.
yeah, that's right.
Terrific. All right. To what extent should a game studio consider the feedback of its player base, and when should they ignore it?
Yeah, they should always ignore it.
No.
Well,
except
always
post-release. We're talking about post-release, I assume, not like playtesting.
Okay.
Well,
only if it's like quality of life stuff. Never fuck with the narrative. Thanks, BioWare. Quality of life, like making the actual game easier to play, and I don't mean like difficulty or whatever. Even then,
friendlier to play.
Yeah, friendlier. Give me the option in terms of what I'm playing, but like fucking with the narrative or anything like that, I will kill you twice.
I can't remember what it was in recent memory. Maybe it was that Crimson Desert game that post-release just sanded off a bunch of rough edges and just became kind of nothing. I might be thinking of something else in the discourse, but making things too friendly can backfire. It can make a game frictionless and if it like can be done out of panic where it's like they're saying it's too hard. And then
if you're going to do that, give me the option, which I understand is probably harder to do for something like Crimson Desert. But like, if you need to make Elden Ring easier for whatever reason because you feel like you have to, at least make that an opt-in kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the classic saying that players are really good at identifying that there is a problem, but not what the problem is. And certainly not what the solution to that problem is. Yeah, you should listen to them when they say there's a problem. And then you should figure out how to fix it yourself in a way that will actually work. Also, fully knowing that people are going to get mad anyway.
Listen to here's what's wrong. Ignore here's how you fix it.
It sounds like chapter 3 of like a management book.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I'm going to write a LinkedIn post about that one. I think it's interesting. I love the era of the playtest because I wound up doing a lot of those playtests early when in my career. Like playtests for PS2 games or PS3 games that were coming out. I don't think anything ever happened based on those playtests that I did, but in Game Developer Magazine we would get like these heat maps of where players were dying, and they would like try to make the game easier in those areas to reduce the friction. And was that a good idea or not a good idea? Like were players quitting because of those pain points, or were they feeling pride at overcoming them? I feel like all that stuff kind of got thrown on its head a little bit after the success of the Souls games, where they were punishing and difficult, but people liked it. I think people's ideas of what player friendliness means had to change a little bit after that. I don't really have a point though.
I'm glad you brought that up though, because the first draft of this question was about considering what a good kind of video game punishing is. So that kind of evolved in this direction anyway. So points to you. You're headed down.
Woohoo.
I did have a brief period where just because I had friends there, I'd go to Telltale Games once a month and like play test what they were working on and give feedback. And they usually did actually incorporate my feedback. So one of the ways to answer this question is it's always right if it's me.
What was some of the feedback you would give them? Because
I don't. So long ago, it's just like puzzle flow and stuff like that. Like this is the old like
I should
Sam
be able
and
to
Max
use the
games
wrench
and stuff
on this.
like that. Yeah. Well, and there was some of that too, where it's like exactly like I feel like logically a player would use a wrench here because it's a broken piece of equipment and there's no reaction to that. I think there should be. It would be feedback like that.
Sometimes I'll contact a developer like, hey, this is really hard to play as a colorblind person. I am not able to tell one particular asset from another.
I mean, that's good feedback to give people. Just on the forum, someone was introducing themselves as a new forum member as someone who is blind but partially sighted, able to see some things, but fully colorblind, cannot see any colors. And but then they described themselves as liking visually striking games. And so I was like, what does that mean in your context?
I wonder if it's contrast.
Contrast.
I was asking about contrast and stuff, but it is like it was like big, clear, like clear silhouettes for characters, so you can tell them apart.
A big sprite brawler.
Early Overwatch would be good for that, I think.
Or like font, the ability to change font sizes, so you can have big fonts and stuff like that.
Some video games have inexcusably tiny fonts that you just cannot change.
It's true.
That's ridiculous. And that's feedback you should listen to. Accessibility stuff. as Ash was saying at the very beginning of this.
I just want to add to my story as I'm thinking about it. So I played the games before they were done, and I'd never actually played any of them after they were done, so they could have been placating me the entire time.
That's true. The Telltale games, they're like, oh yeah, sure, we're going to add that wrench.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Frank. Yeah, thanks. Whatever, they fed me pizza sometimes.
Nice.
All right. Last question before we go to the lightning round. What is the realizing you've been to a restaurant too many times because the workers know who you are by sight of video games?
So this is a good one because that can be something that people like or do not like.
Right.
So I went to, there was a while where I was going to this cafe called Julie's in my old neighborhood, our old neighborhood, me and Frank. And I liked it there, and they started to recognize me. And it was cool because I would go in and then they would just start making my drink because I got the same thing. They would start making it when I showed up. And then I would just give them the exact amount of money, which I knew that it cost. We didn't have to do anything about that. That was neat. But friends of mine, when I've described that experience, they're like, that's horrifying. I do not want to be perceived in that way. They're like, suddenly I've entered into a contract with these people without wanting to, etc. So yeah, I'm not sure how. For me, it was pleasant, and it's also been pleasant when I became known for my beverage at another cafe. But I know for some people that is not pleasant. So for me, it is. I don't know for others.
I would hate to be perceived, like do not perceive me. But
Yes.
I also would like, no, I like this. I like what I like. Give me the same shit.
Yeah.
So I get it. I don't know. I feel like it's the games that you play so much that you understand the little idiosyncrasies of how you need to like press the controller to get something to do the right thing at the right time. I was in Columbus last weekend for a friend's birthday, and they had it at this like arcade bar, and they had like some consoles set up, and they had a Sega Genesis, and Sega Genesis had Sonic 2. So I'm like, okay, I got to. So I'm like standing there playing it, and I hadn't played it in a long time, especially not on a Genesis. But I'm realizing that the muscle memory for how you have to control Sonic to like make sure he doesn't go too far or too fast or whatever. Like I realized I was still falling into those old modes that I remember from way, 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 way back. And that's like the closest thing that I can think of. Like, okay, I know that there is going to be a surprise that comes here, or this is how I have to jump or spin dash to make sure that I don't roll over the bridge at this incorrect time and get hit by one of the piranhas and lose all of my rings, like that kind of shit.
I can agree with that. Like I've mentioned before that I've watched people play Bonk's Revenge and be like, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to get this thing over here." And I feel like there's something in there about that where it's like I've got my modes and patterns in this game, and if you're not doing that, then something has gone wrong. You're supposed to be doing it this way. Yeah.
Oh, and memorizing the patterns for all the different special stages. Like I know, okay, the first one, I know like the patterns of how the rings are arranged so I can get every ring. Like that shit I have not forgotten, and I don't know why.
Nice.
That's kind of funny because I don't have that at all for Sonic 2 because I've never cared about the special stages, but I do have that for every regular stage, I think. What I was going to say is that it's hard not to have things from the show just stuck in my head. So the two places I went were literally Dragon Quest games are all the same, and it just feels like, all right, welcome, here's your usual, which is sometimes great, like when you're sick. But the other one for me actually is the point and click adventure genre, just that genre of game. It just feels like it is a language that one speaks at this point, and it just feels like you get in, you're like, okay, I'm in this room, find everything to look at. There will be clues in the text if the thing I'm looking at is meaningful or not, and it just becomes this this very almost overly familiar way of interacting with the world that's kind of hard to overcome in maybe the bad way. Maybe the Dragon Quest one is in the good way. I don't know. I think the point and click adventure genre has been boring since the 90s. But people do like telling stories in it, and I'm not shaming for it.
Another way that I could look at this is on the outskirts of the question, but Paradise Killer was a game that when I played it, I felt like they were targeting me with it. I've said this before.
It's too much.
And so it's kind of like walking into a different cafe and they know what my order is. So it's like, but when I think about it, the director of that game, Chopimon, has been interacting with insert credit for a very long time. So in a way, it's like the barista from one cafe just went to another one, and I went into that new cafe and they were like, here you go. And I was like, oh, thanks.
One thing that just occurred to me is sometimes I'll play a game that like links to my Nintendo account. And when it does that, like the me I designed in 2008 shows up and I'm like, I don't want to see that. Get that away from me.
I love the me that I designed in 2008. It looks like some sort of an alien creature.
Yeah.
All like 500 eyebrows all over the place.
I will
good
also
stuff.
say another part and parcel to that is the dating sim. Not like visual novel dating sims, but actually like games that have dating sim components. So your BioWare games, they will always have like a certain archetypical character that I always go for, and like, here's your regular. And I was actually surprised with Dragon Age Veilguard that they did not give me that. Like they didn't have like the sad blonde guy that I always go for. And I was like, I don't know what to do now. And then and I was quite like happy with the romance choice that I wound up making, because it was kind of like not something that I would have done for myself before, and I was quite pleased with how that romance turned out. So that was nice. Like you go into something thinking, like you go into the cafe thinking like, okay, I'm going to get like this, dirty chai latte. And then I wound up getting like something completely different. I'm like, oh, I actually like this. Good job. They don't have that on the menu. So I had to get something else. And I was actually pleased by what I got.
All right.
It was the old man, by the way, whose name I forget.
If you can't get the hot blonde guy, go for the old man. That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
With that, I think it's time to go to our lightning round. This is a game we've played once before, but only with Ash, Esper, and a guest. We've never played it with Frank and Brandon, and it was one that I really enjoyed and want to bring back. It's called Circle K Corral. In this game, I pose a video game character who is going to an all-night convenience store in the middle of the night, and you have to tell me what they are buying at that convenience store.
Does Circle K still exist?
Yes.
In pockets, not in the same extent it once did in Japan.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. They're thinking Japan, not America. Because I'm like, Circle Ks are all over the place here.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But cast yourself back to that mindset when they were everywhere.
I didn't know they were in Japan.
I didn't either. Yeah.
They used to be very prevalent in Japan.
I haven't seen a Circle K in so many years. That's why I was checking.
They're all over the Midwest, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
So, yeah, imagine that they're in Cleveland and it's 12 a.m. and they've come into the store and they're picking something up. You got to tell me what they're bringing to the counter. Our first character is Alucard, son of Dracula.
Monster Energy.
No. How dare you? No. So Circle K's have wine selections, and he's going to go and try to find the most palatable red wine that they have, which is probably going to be like a barefoot of some stripe or one another. He's going to be upset about it, but it's going to be like the only thing that he can drink. It's not a Monster Energy.
I was going to say vegetable juice. It's kind of in the same direction
like a V8?
of something red. Yeah, like a V8.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
So he wants blood, but he's just going for the next best.
Yeah, he's compromised.
That's right. He just needs a little pick-me-up.
He's going to get the driest red wine he can, and he's going to walk out of there.
Yeah, the driest red wine from a
rosé, because that's all they have.
The driest red wine from a Circle K is going to be like a giant sugar cube with one drop of red food coloring on it.
He's going to pick up the bottle and go, "What?"
Yes. What?
Yeah. I'm interested in this.
I'm not interested in this.
Our next character is Luca, the fuckboy from Bayonetta.
Don't talk to me about him.
Oh, he's gonna get that. He's gonna get that Spanish fly that they have at the
behind the counter.
Behind the counter, like right at the front. The
gas station boner pills.
The male enhancement section. He's gonna peruse it for a while and then choose the sluttiest looking one.
I could see him getting like really cheap flowers, like trying to make a move with that.
Sure. As well as the boner pills.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
Yeah, the flowers are the opening gambit.
That's right.
Boner pills are mandatory. Yeah.
Boner pills.
BPs.
It's disgusting Ash so much to even consider the idea of Luca.
So fucking bad. Platinum, when I catch you.
Our next character is Pyramid Head.
Pyramid Head.
baby wipes. Like he's
Huh.
got shit on his hands that he needs to like get off.
I didn't know he okay, yeah.
Pyramid Head is just there to use the bathroom, and everyone is like, "Oh my god!" Have you ever had that happen? You're in a convenience store.
Do not give him the key
at 12 a.m. and then the like most destroyed human being in the universe comes in.
Yes.
Just using the bathroom.
Yeah.
And actually, he's just like really polite. Like he's really polite, really cool. Probably chats
all-
up the
they're
guy.
all
No, there's
totally
no
fine.
chatting. He's silent.
There's no chatting. He's Pyramid Head.
He just walks in dragging his giant blunt instrument.
Very intimidating, but actually
his giant
very
blunt instrument.
personable.
Somehow already knows the bathroom code.
Yeah. He hits his head a few times going in. He has to kind of duck in to get in there. In there way too long. Yeah. Our next character is the King of all Cosmos.
Oh man,
He's gonna take his arm and with the
Yeah.
hostess thing and just like do this. Just like sweep all of
Just
the
sweep
hostess
it all.
products. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
Okay.
Twinkies.
just
all-
everything.
I love that. Yeah.
I don't know why hostess. Like
No, that makes sense. I like it.
Yeah, just all. It's not going to be like salty snacks. It's going to be sweet
Yeah.
things. It's
No,
just going
it-
to be like shoop.
It depends
Sweet
on what
cakey
day.
things.
Every day he comes in there, he wants a bunch of the same kind of thing,
Yeah.
but it's a different thing every time.
Today I want pickled things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right, exactly.
I like that.
But today it was hostess. That's it's
Yeah.
just what kind of a day it was.
That's really
yeah,
good.
okay. I like that.
Our next character is Frey from Forspoken.
This Circle K is going to be very upsetting to her because it's not a bodega and she can't get a Knish. By the way, I was looking so hard to get a Knish when I was in New York a couple weeks ago, and I could not make that happen. I'm very
I
sad
could have
about it.
shown you a
really?
good place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it happen. Couldn't make it happen. So she's gonna go to where the roller hot dogs are and like try to find the next best thing to a Knish, which I can only conceptually imagine is a taquito. So
So I was thinking microwave burrito for her. I was thinking
Oh.
she would.
which is like a taquito.
Yeah.
But bigger.
Yeah, it's in the same genre. But
genre.
I was thinking, like she's going there. Maybe it's 2 a.m. She's been out all night and she's like suddenly hungry. And to me, that's like you warm up your microwave burrito and
That's
you eat it in
taquito
the
time.
parking lot.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we're basically on the same page there. Taquito, microwave burrito.
But she would get like a handful of taquitos.
Our next character is Dr. Eggman.
Dr. Eggman. Oh,
I got this one. I got
Okay.
the Arizona iced tea, the 99-cent Arizona iced tea.
Really?
That's just what I don't know why, but he's just an Arizona iced tea guy. He's just a working man.
It's
You know.
99 cents.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to add something to this, though. He's going to buy several things and pay for them all individually. Because as we all know, at those gas station convenience stores, they use that Sonic ring
Oh, yeah.
when you buy something.
Yeah.
And so he wants to hear that ring a couple more times.
Yeah.
To use that Sonic ring sound. just to
collecting
feel
those
something.
rings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one less ring for that
One less
miserable
for Sonic.
hedgehog.
He's also gonna buy motor oil because
Yeah.
his ship broke down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He's got to pour
Fix-
it into the
good call.
robot. Like
Fix
the
up his
death egg
robots.
is
Yeah,
parked.
yeah. He also
Is
asks
outside.
like, "Hey, can you turn on the air? Because I need to pump some air into my tires there." So yeah.
Our next character is Rash, specifically Rash of the Battletoads.
Is
I don't
that
know which one that is.
like
Doesn't
the
matter.
regular
Monster
one?
Energy drink now, I think.
Yes,
Is
that
now
is
what's happening.
appropriate.
I don't think it matters which one it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's good. Our next character is Pimple, specifically Pimple of the Battletoads.
Let's see.
Are they all
Let's
named
see.
after skin conditions?
Yeah, the other one
Yeah.
sits.
Ew.
I think Pimple. Steals something small. Just steals something.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna steal it.
Yeah, he's gonna
He's
gonna
just there
steal
for the thrill of kleptomania.
just for the thrill. Yeah. He's gonna steal like some sour straws. Is what
One
I
of those
think,
like
something
knockoff Labubus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Zitz, specifically Zitz of the Battletoads.
He wants a sandwich, like one of those pre-made sandwiches. in
Oh
the fridge
yeah,
section.
Well, like one of
Yeah.
those turkey sandwiches
Yeah,
with some
yeah.
cheese. Yeah, that's all right for Zitz. And finally, Birdo.
Birdo.
Oh, she's gonna be like,
she's getting cigarettes. She's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh baby, she's getting a carton.
She's getting
cigarettes
the
and
longest.
a pack of condoms.
She's gonna go up to the counter and say, "I want the longest menthols you have."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Virginia
she's gonna
She
do.
Slims.
smokes them like 50 at a time. She just sticks them all in
Oh.
that like beak.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh my God. This is a great episode. You're all getting a credit. Everybody gets a credit this episode.
Wahoo!
Anyone have anything they'd like to recommend at this juncture?
So this isn't exactly a recommendation. It's more of a comment than a question. I watched the movie Death by Temptation. It is not good, but it is interesting if you want to see a particular point in Black American cinema, because it's the 90s. This was the first all-black horror film in a really long time, kind of revived the space in the 90s. You get to see Kadeem Hardison before he was in a different world. You get to see Spike Lee's cinematographer before Do the Right Thing. You get to see Freddie Jackson, Melba Moore, Najee, all these important people be in a bad vampire movie with occasionally interesting scenes. You can really see why Kadeem Hardison became popular. You can also wonder why he didn't become more popular. It's a movie where, like, every time he's on screen, you're like, oh, this movie's not so bad. It's actually pretty good. And then whenever he's gone, you're like, oh my God.
So does he just like
terrible.
have a thing in his rider where he always has to wear those circle lenses?
I think it's just his deal, yeah.
Like he just does. That's just like a thing he does. Huh.
I think so. So like in this movie, the dialogue is mostly terrible. And the director, first and last time director, James Bond III, was he was an actor before, but you couldn't tell that from watching him act in this thing.
Did you say his name is James Bond III?
Yes.
I did.
Oh,
yep.
Nice.
He dedicates the movie at the end to his father and grandfather, James Bond, the first and second.
Wow.
Yep.
Cool.
But I swear, Kadeem Hardison must have written or riffed all his lines, because he sounds like a natural human being, and everyone else is like, I don't know. I came here from the Middle West, and I don't rightly understand these New Yorks.
Why are these black people Irish?
I don't know. Watch the movie and find out.
Like, they sound Irish in your,
I don't know.
your little thing there.
It's a weird movie. Anyway, it's not very good, but if you're interested in those things that I mentioned, check it out. Another thing I'm going to recommend, this is an actual recommendation. Probably everybody that has paid attention to the vaporwave scene is already very aware of this, but I just found out about George Clanton, not Clinton, who is a vaporwave musician. His most recent album is called Ooh, I Rap Ya. And it's an interesting thing because you can tell it came from vaporwave and like city pop stuff, but with the vocals that he puts in, it winds up sounding like semi-experimental Tears for Fears. So if you're into like new wave weirdo stuff, then this would probably be up your alley. If you, like me, had not heard it until you heard it on the radio the other day.
I don't like my vaporwave. Is it like lyrics or is it just like talk?
Oh, it's lyrics. No, it's.
I don't think I like vaporwave with lyrics.
Yeah.
Just give me the sound.
Well, like I said, it winds up sounding more like new wave music than it does like vaporwave. It doesn't. It sounds like a different take on the 80s throwback, like post-punk, gothy, cold wave type stuff that we've been hearing, but from a different perspective. I just said a lot of words that might not mean things to me.
Sorry, I wanted to make a joke, and now I didn't. I decided not to make a joke because it was stupid, but I've been thinking about it too long, so now I have to make the joke.
All right. Let's see what we got.
If you think that's good, wait until you hear George Clinton.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. We got him.
Well, it's out there.
There he is.
Is
audience,
like
what did you think of that joke? Write it to show@insertcredit.com. Any other recs?
I have an anti-recommendation. I'm taking.
Oh, you have
back
more of a comment than a question.
Yeah, I'm taking back my recommendation of For All Mankind. I got to the third season and that shit pissed me the fuck off. So I'm like, nope. I thought we were doing something different and, being experimental in our alt history, whatever, alt future shit. But no, we're just going to keep giving the wins to the white guy. And that pisses me off so bad.
Finally,
so
one for me.
I know, right? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. If you're going to take the time to imagine a different future, then imagine a fucking different future and do something goddamn different instead of making the white guy win all the goddamn time. So annoyed. So No, taking that back. And then what I will recommend to you is check out Titanium Core. It's fun little match 3 strategy game that's got a lot of like weird humor. I wish I would better versed in, different modes of comedy so I could explain what the humor is, but it kind of reminds me of that like irreverent Tim and Eric kind of stuff, but not really, but kind of close to it. It's very anachronistic. It's kind of fun. I enjoy it. The music is much under discussed, but it's also very rad. And then I have another drama that I really like. Bon Appetit, Your Majesty, and which is different for me because I hate isekais. I fucking hate them. Like, I don't know. They annoy me so bad. But it's an isekai where this Korean lady who's like just won this French chef competition gets isekai'd back into the Joseon period to the court of this asshole king who also happens to be a foodie. And it's like every episode she like cooks these different dishes to like save her life, and they go over like the actual science of cooking and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. It's really cute. I know it's super old and all of the drama girlies have probably already watched that, but it's new to me and I enjoy it a lot.
Does she make like try to remake ramen packets or something like that? Is she trying to like create modern foods?
No, at least not yet, because I've only like watched the first 2 episodes. But like she did a sous vide using like back in time materials and shit like that. But she's like wrapping this like tough piece of meat in like seaweed and wax paper, and then like dropping it into boiling water that she's tempered with cold water to get like the right, temperature or whatever. It's like that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff
Ash will
is fun.
be back to retract this recommendation once she gets farther in the show.
Yeah, that's right.
No, this one I probably will stick with.
I like that kind of stuff because it winds up sort of being like a mystery. I have one more question related to this drama, which is, do you think anyone ever actually thought that it was Bon Apple Tea, not Bon Appetit? Do you think anyone actually really thought that?
A little kid thought
Listeners,
that.
write in to show at insertcredit.com if you thought this was Bon Apple Tea.
I don't know. It's a funny meme, but I have to imagine that there are some children who were left behind who actually think it was Bon Apple Tea.
All right, I got one.
Like
I don't know.
Doggy dog.
Yeah, it's a doggy dog.
I got one, and I don't know if I can turn this into a recommendation so much as a just like thing
It's
I've
more
been
of a
doing
comment.
and apply this to your own life. Although you could literally take this recommendation. I like making food that's voluminous but lower calorie. That's how I like eating. I like just having a big bowl of stuff, like a big salad, things like that, or something that like cooks down but is bulky, like spinach, for example. And I've discovered that shredded or pulverized cabbage just kind of goes in anything. Like I make a chili that's like half cabbage. Yeah, and then meat and spices and stuff. And you just don't even know that there's cabbage. It's just chili flavor. But anyway, where I'm going with this is that I was getting frustrated at having to shred my own cabbage because I want to have a lot of it. And I had a thought, and I went and looked, and it was true. And long story short, I now go to the sort of restaurant supply grocer, and I buy 5-pound sacks of cabbage mix.
Sweet.
Pre-shredded.
Rules. Yeah, pre-shredded, just coleslaw mix. So it's mostly cabbage and then a little bit of, in their own little baggies, of shredded carrot and shredded red cabbage. And in fact, last time I went, I bought 2. I have 10 pounds in my fridge right now. And we're going to eat it because it's just like instant stir fry, even cabbage. So again, I'm not necessarily saying be like me and eat a ton of shredded cabbage, although feel free to, but maybe apply that to your life where it's like, how can I get the pro version of the thing that I do a lot? A really easy version of this is cleaning product at Home Depot is better than, it's stronger and probably ruins the environment and stuff way more than you can get at a regular person's store. So I don't know, just be someone who understands that, who sees beyond, what they're showing us and goes deeper.
Oh my God.
And gets to the truth.
The products the
which
retailers
is a
don't want you to
sack
buy.
of cabbage,
You're-
which is like $4, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably not organic.
Now I'm in.
Yeah.
Probably not organic.
But the thing was, I think the ones
Not
around
organic.
us,
It's nothing at the restaurant supply place is organic.
the restaurant supply stores don't let you shop there. At least the ones that I know that are around me, they don't let you
Some
shop
do.
there unless you
You
have
gotta
like a
do your
business
research.
license.
Gotta
Yeah.
do your research.
Yeah,
Or
there's
get a
that
business
there's
license.
that one that's what's it called, Frank?
chef store, U.S. Foods chef store.
Exactly. Yeah. The parking lot's always full. That's why I never go there.
Oh, really? The one with the underground parking that's by the restaurant supply?
We're talking about local parking now. We got to end the show.
Okay, let's move along.
Yeah, I've got some recommendations. Rate and review our show wherever and however you can. I see those and they make me smile when I see that people take some time to say how they feel about the show. Also recommend that you could support the show directly by going to patreon.com/insertcredit, where you can get bonus features for just $1 a month. You can also join our community at forums.insertcredit.com or sponsor an episode with an advertisement or personal message by emailing me at show@insertcredit.com. You can also find us on the YouTube version of this show at youtube.com/insertcreditshow. Special thanks to the following generous listeners: Only Ghosts, Kyle Brown, Corey, Alexander Davies, Will Roar, Jordan Thornquest, Death Strandicoot, Sean Patrick, and Plasma Goose. This episode was edited by Esper Quinn, with music as always by Kurt Felt. I'm Alex Jaffe.
I'm Frank Spaldi.
I'm Ash Parrish.
I'm Brandon Sheffield.
And this is a listener-supported podcast.
I just want to be clear. When I say my husband is the frivolous piece of furniture, it's because I sit on his face. I just want to make... nobody got that?
No. I thought there was a double meaning. I did think that, yes, but I
did not get the sit on the face, no.
Yes.
I'm a huge pervert as well, and I also didn't get that.
And also, Ash, I was waiting for some kind of pervert thing to be said.
Yeah, I was specifically waiting for a pervert.
And then it passed me by.
I thought you would get it.
Nope.
Sometimes
because I
you're
sit
just
on
too
it.
subtle.
Yeah.
I thought that was obvious.
I mean, there's other kinds of furniture.
When my husband listens to the
where his
episode, I
head
bet
goes,
he'll
but
get
it's not
it.
where my head went.
I imagined like a very like 90s sitcom ad where he's like on all fours and you're like sitting on his back or something.
Yep, using him like an ottoman.
I imagine it in like the sitcom wife dumpy husband because he's always laying around the house.
He's always on the couch.
There you go.
I meant that very literally in the horny way.